stackable bonuses, more ride type options, and deeper metrics to understanding your pay are just 3 of the 7 different features that will be coming to Lyft by 2026. I'm gonna break down what those features are, what positives will come from them, and what negatives are sure to follow. But first, there's actually one feature that'll be disappearing really soon, and because I want you to take advantage of it, we're gonna start with that feature first. In order to access this first feature, you wanna open up your Lyft app, go to your settings, hit right here where it shows you what your status is, and then you wanna head over to the shop. Now, in addition to being able to get gas cash back, getting oil changes, car wash, Starbucks, DoorDash, Walmart, Dunkin' Donuts, Subway, Burger King, CVS, these are the standard options you have to trade your Lyft points in if you want extra rewards. You can even trade it in for cash. But what's really important for you guys to do to check out these exclusive holiday deals that are coming from Lyft. We have advanced auto parts. As a driver, this is a really good deal. If there are some maintenance that you need to do to your car, you can trade in your Lyft points for actual gift cards towards this purchase. Now, the offer that I'm showing you right now for advanced auto parts and every offer I show after this, it all ends January 31st. So if you like to take your kids to the movies or your family, you have AMC theaters. This one is for the ladies out there, Sephora. Now, this one is for Southwest. This is probably the second coolest one, and the cool one, the one that I want the most, is this one. It's an electronics gift card. It sounds boring, but you can shop for car electronics, phone mounts, games, and more at Best Buy, Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo. And using my points to take $100 off of that item that I want to buy, that is pretty dope. I know that drivers, generally speaking, just want to be paid better. While it's not a direct increase to our pay, it is something that can generate money. Now let's talk about stackable bonuses. This will require me to do a deeper dive in the future, but for now, Lyft has changed how bonuses work. It's no longer dollar-based bonuses, as you can see here. It's percentages, but there are 2 different types of percentages. So the first percentage is a pre-planned turbo bonus, where let's say from the hours between 4 to 5 in a specific region of your map, you're gonna get a bonus. Right here, it's 20%. What's really going on is a 30% bonus is appearing because the demand requires it, and it's stacking on top of the 20% for a total of 50%. Now, this is good for certain drivers, a minority of drivers, and really bad for people like me whose strategy was reliant on the dollar-based surges. However, if you consider yourself a cherry picker that likes to do medium to long-range rides and you qualify for higher tiers of Lyft, like Lyft Black or Lyft Black XL or Lyft XL, this will be better for you because percentages work better when the numbers are higher. Now, I'm already working on a longer video that does a much deeper dive, so if you don't want to miss it, make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe so that it tells the algorithm that you don't want to miss the video I put out that shows us how this new feature that Lyft is trying to sell to us is really a pay cut in disguise. Moving on to update number 2 is the customize your challenge. I was really excited to get this because with the old system, it would give you 3 options of challenges that you could pick for the week. And while I always pick the top one, it's still nice to know that with this, you have a slider and you can put it to exactly what you expect should happen for that time period. Now, obviously, the higher you put it is the more you will earn per ride, but I really do enjoy the transparency and the ability to pick something that can work for you or something that doesn't work for you so you can ignore it altogether. So feature number 3 is that we now get paid earlier when we're waiting. This is really good by Lyft. We'll talk about the bad part in a second, but as you can see here, get paid for waiting longer than 1 minute. I believe you didn't get paid until you waited longer than 5 minutes before. So this is significantly better. Oh, and check this out. This is something I've experienced myself. As it says here, you'll start earning wait time pay after just 1 minute, and pay will be higher if the ride has a turbo bonus. So I've actually experienced canceled rides where the turbo bonus will also be applied to the canceled fare. Now, while this is a great and welcome feature, the problem is we're not paid very well by the minute. We make more money by the mile. So just because we're getting paid better for time we spend waiting doesn't mean that it wouldn't be better for us or that we wouldn't make more money if we were to just be able to go on our way and pick up that next passenger. When it's really busy, there are times where passengers aren't where they're supposed to be, and waiting for them makes me less money canceling and going somewhere else. So I really would like for Lyft to lower the threshold to cancel without getting your numbers over it from 5 minutes to, let's say, 3 minutes. Now, before we move on to number 4, which is the changes that Lyft is making to what kind of rides drivers can take, I want to tell you about a product that's not a sponsor that I actually use that will will help you make more money that's also free. It's the Play Octopus tablet. I have no relationship with them outside of the fact that I am a driver who uses it the same way you are about to be a driver who uses it too. The Play Octopus tablet is not going to make you rich, but they send it to you for free. You set it up on the back of your headrest, and whenever people use it or people just sit behind it, you generate points. And based off of those points, Play Octopus tablet will share part of their revenue that they generate from ads. Every single month, depending on how often I drive, it helps me generate more money that I can then spend on gas, then I can then use that gas to make more money. It's such a low effort device that you're just wasting money by not getting it. Use my link below. It is a referral link, but it's a referral link that everyone has access to that has this tablet. It's not a special content creator referral link. So this next feature is coming soon. I actually haven't seen anyone that has it yet, but this is a really good one for drivers, and it's because it allows drivers to separate the different ride types so they can focus in on what they want. They're now separating Lyft from Lyft Comfort from Lyft Black. I think that that's a correct step moving forward, especially considering how their new bonuses are, the stackable bonuses for Turbo. Now, I don't have a black car. I'm interested in getting one, but I don't have one. And so I can't test this. I don't know if it's available. I just have regular Lyft and I do pretty well with that. But for those of you who have access to something like Lyft Black, which pays more, and then you have access to these stackable turbo bonuses, this is a win on top of a win. I don't even know what a negative would be from this. And this actually might be the best feature for people who have or want to separate different ride types in order to take advantage of these new bonuses that don't pay as well as the old bonuses. Now, this next feature is a feature that is disappearing and that I'm actually pretty disappointed about. So Lyft sent me this email out that preferred driver is ending on the 8th of December. Starting December 8th, preferred driver will no longer be available in your region. While this means you'll no longer be eligible to get additional ride requests for being a preferred driver, but still dedicated to offering products that improve your driving experience. Stay tuned for new features coming soon. Don't forget, you can still get perks with the new Lyft rewards, earn points on every ride no matter when you drive, plus you can redeem those points for cash, car services, and more. Now here's why I assume that they're doing away with this program. Under the dollar-based bonus program, you guys saw where I taught you guys how I doubled my income by using the stay within an area filter to stack up high tier bonuses on short rides. The thing is, preferred driver never worked if you use the stay within an area filter. You don't get that extra 5%. But for drivers out there who have strategies that naturally qualify them for that 5%, this is a 5% loss to your earnings. But let's move on to my favorite feature that's still rolling out that I actually already have access to. So here's all the money that I made with Lyft in 2024. You can see the full time span from February all the way to December. I'm sure January is in here too. It's just cut off by the screen. But what they've added that is new, that wasn't available before, that you can also look back on from previous years, are the tip stats. Now, if I'm a numbers junkie. I believe knowing your numbers helps you produce better numbers. And now that Lyft is showing us our tips and comparing it to previous time points, it's my new favorite feature as far as numbers go. So it says last year's tips was $639. By last year, they mean 2023. And according to 2024, it's increased. So you can see the year for year, and this works month for month, week for week. I'm not sure about day for day, but we'll see it in a second. So it shows you the average tip amount was $3.77. I take a lot of short trips, or I used to take a lot of short trips. So $3 on a short trip of another $3 is a 100% increase. That was a strategy that worked very, very well for me. That's not going to work anymore. But you can also see the tip frequency is 32%. Having these numbers lets you gauge what you could be doing better and measure. You can now put an air freshener in your car and you see if that increases your tip rate or decreases it because it's too strong. I love having information that you can act upon, and that's exactly what Lyft gave us with this. Right, here's the monthly example. I made $373 in just tips over the course of 112 rides last December. I didn't drive a lot, but it shows you the tip percentage, 35%. And that's for the month. Let's look at the week. See, the tip stats are still there, $159.46 for the week. Now let's look at the day. So the tip stats are there for the day too. And you can actually thank the passengers from this screen, and it gives you a more granular breakdown of how much the ride was and how much you actually got as a result. She says upfront pay was $6.08. It took me 12 minutes to do this ride, and I got tipped $3 on top of it. So this one is a welcomed feature that I love having access to more information. Just make sure you're using that information correctly. Sometimes Lyft gives us access to information like active time to distract us from the fact that we're not making as much money online time, or to distract us from the fact that we aren't making a lot of money, period. So, this one, I'll give them a win for that. Just don't get distracted by it. We still need to be paid better. Now, this last feature that we're gonna talk about can be found by going to your settings, scrolling down, going to support and resources, and going to Safety Hub. You see it says new. I don't know if everyone has this yet, but I do. So in Safety Hub, you can record your audio, you can share your location, every ride. I do it with my wife. You can use pins to verify the same way passengers had that feature first. I'm actually gonna turn this on. I know it takes extra time, but every now and then a passenger gets into my car. I say, hey, are you XYZ? And they look at me and say, yeah. And then we continue the ride and we later find out that that's not them and they want me to change the address. And I think sometimes people do that when they struggle to get a ride, so they intentionally manipulate the situation. With the pin, don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's why I think this is a good feature. You can allow ADT video support. I have that there. You can add emergency contacts. You can actually block passengers. And there are other tools within the Safety Hub. For example, Lyft has a partnership right now where you can save 40% on dash cams. I believe everyone should have a dash cam. It's saved my job so many times. And if you want to see that time where having a dash cam saved my job, here's a video where a woman claimed that I was being explicit with her in ways that you shouldn't be explicit with people. Go check it out.